I'm going to be backtesting one pair on one time frame for 1 month, and this turned out to be one of my most craziest trading months ever. Without further ado, and without wasting your time, I'm going to go straight into actually explaining and showing you how I backtest this exact month. Oh, well, actually, just right off the bat, we have a setup already. So this is a pretty clean demand zone. Have your stop loss just 1 pip below this wick, as you can see, 29. There you go. Targets for this would just probably be, well, I could target this high, or maybe I can, well, as you can see, this is just perfect with trend because it took out all these highs. Like, there's just so much liquidity sitting above this, and as you can see, an accuracy zone, nice reaction from the zone. This would be my liquidity in the situation. You could also just have this as your liquidity, it doesn't matter. And targets for this could also be, I mean, I could target this over here, it would be nice, but that would be a bit too crazy. I mean, I'm not going for a 1 to 20, that'd be a bit too insane. Not really realistic, but targeting maybe like this high over here would be pretty much great. Maybe I could go for a, yeah, let me just cap it at a 1 to 7. Probably won't have a TP1. I mean, it depends on the momentum. So let's see how this trade plays out. All right, so I was going to have a TP1 over here, but as I said, depending on the momentum, I'm not taking a TP1 right now because this here is insane. Wow, and there's already a 1 to 7 here. That's just incredible. I mean, actually, we did have a setup here, but I don't think it was actually in September. Yeah, it was in August. Wow, there was another win right here. But like I said, I'm backtesting just 1 month, and it's September 2024. One of my most insane months. It's crazy. All right, so there's a clean supply zone right here. It is in the middle of the like straight line, which I don't really like, but cannot go wrong with this setup. You have nice level of liquidity. This is like one thing I don't like, two things I don't like about this setup is this zone is part of a straight line. There's no structure on the zone. And one more thing is we failed to break this low, as you can see right here. So that's my two things I don't like about this trade. Other than that, you have an insane reaction from the zone, nice level of liquidity, and we also just took out this low right here, and we also just pretty much overall we're bearish. So this is a nice trade to take. I can also check higher time frames if we have some. There you go. I mean, I was looking for if there's a lower wick on the lower time frames, but I guess not. So let me just go on the 30-minute time frame again, and for this entry right here, you would have a break of candle. It is a little bit riskier, definitely on this trade, and a max stop loss of 30 pips, just like that. Take profits for this. I mean, since it is like a B plus setup, I'm going to have to, well, don't have to, but I like to go for a high risk to reward trade, so it'll be worth it. So ideally, I would like to target this gap fill over here. I mean, we do have lots of potential to go bearish from here, but I think I'm just going to cap it at a 1 to 10 because it's going to be a bit too much to hold through. I mean, realistically, it's going to be too much. And a TP1, I mean, this is just going to depend on the momentum, but let me see. Wait, this here is a 1 to 4. I'm gonna have a TP1 at a 1 to 5. So this is what I'm going to do. TP1 1 to 5 and a take profit 2 for a 1 to 10. Alright, so TP1 was just hit. Alright, so we did, oh, we did have, just about to say we did have another setup right here, and you would have just taken an entry right here. Stop loss. I mean, I would have not even taken this trade, to be honest, because this is probably news and you don't want to trade news. But as you can see, that was another trade right there, but unfortunately there was news which ruined it, so I'm not going to count that realistically. Okay, bro. If this doesn't hit my TP, bro, that's just crazy. Okay, finally, bro. Alright, so this took a while. I mean, imagine if you were alive and then it came to this point and then it started reversing up from here. This is why I wouldn't go for really high risk reward trades, because you don't want to be up 9% and just reverse to your stop loss. I mean, that would be pretty bad for psychology. But backtesting is different. So, I mean, 1 to 10 here is okay. And the trade ran out pretty nicely. So, I'm just going to continue. Alright, so we have one candle liquidity setup right here. As you can see, great reaction from the zone, I can say that. Here's my one candle liquidity. It has a clean fake out for normal supply and demand traders. Perfect fake out. Reaction from the zone could have just been a flip entry, but since it doesn't make a difference, I'm just gonna have it at the close. Stop loss, just let's go 30 pips max stop loss. Targets for this, you know what, I'm just gonna go for the low for a 1. Let me just go for a 1 to 4, just cap it at 1 to 4. Also, let me see if there's better targets. I mean, yeah, we could go for this gap fill, but I mean, it doesn't really make a big difference. Let me see. 1 second. I mean, yeah, we could go for a 1 to 4.5. All right, let's see. Oh, that's crazy. I mean, could have been news, but if I remember right, I even took this live, and this just wasn't news. It was just a crazy reaction and a crazy trade. So we did have like good setup right here as well. Most likely would not look at that since it is a middle zone. As you can see, the top zone, first zone, and the middle zone. I mean, middle zones are not that bad unless it has a really good reaction. But since the first zone already had a trade played out, I'm not too sure if I'll take the middle zone. But I'll see on the reaction first. Okay, I think it no, it didn't. Alright, there you go. I mean, yeah, this trade might, I mean, this is a crazy reaction. Not too sure if I could have even taken an entry, because I probably would have not taken like a trade this far with a stop loss. Alright, I think it's not a bad trade, but I'm going to ignore this because, I mean, like I said, just a middle zone, and also we're coming off a strong area, as you can see. I think we're coming off this demand zone right here. So wouldn't prefer this setup at all. But top zone, if this comes up with nice structure, I'll definitely look at it, because we're gonna need a retracement soon, as you can see. Okay, I'm not too sure about this setup. It's doing some hard structure, and I think we're coming off this small demand zone. Okay, we're not, but unless we take out this low right here, then I will take this trade. And then once we come back up, bro, right now I'm not really interested in it. Okay, well, it did exactly that. And well, I do obviously know how these trades play out, because I've obviously traded at this time. Well, I'm not too sure if I took every single trade live. I think, well, I didn't take this one. I did take this one. This one I took as well. And this one, I don't remember, to be honest. This one I didn't take as well. Obviously, live markets are different. I was probably somewhere away, didn't have, like, just wouldn't be able to take them, or I was sleeping. But for this trade, might as well just go for a 1 to 10, TP1 at the low. So max it at a 1 to 10, just like that. And take profit 1 just right here. I believe this should be a 1 to 5. Yeah, the 1 to 5 for a TP1 and a 1 to 10. Nice. Another W. We have got 10%, well, 7.5% here, 4.5% here. I believe this is another 7.5% and a 7%. And this isn't just, I mean, come on, bro. This is a bit insane thinking this is a 30-minute time frame on just one pair. And I trade about 8 pairs. All right, so okay, I was about to say we have another clean setup right here. I mean, we did not take out this low, but it would have been a good opportunity to take out that low, but we did close inside the zone. Most likely we'll be looking at demand zones now, to be fair. I mean, we failed to take out the low, we disrespected that supply zone. So let me see what, yeah, okay, yeah, we took out that low. I mean, we failed to take out this low and we took out this high, so I'm definitely looking for demand zones now. All right, so we do have, okay, well, we do have this demand zone right here. Definitely, I mean, we are coming from this supply zone, which is not the best thing. But I mean, we did take out this high, failed to take out this low, so that supply zone pretty much doesn't mean everything. I can even see if we're coming off some kind of key area as well, support and resistance. So let me just check that real quick. I'm not going to go into the higher time frames. Yeah, we do have some over here, kind of that, but it's more likely in like, it's more of a, okay, never mind. You have strong areas over here, 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 here. Yeah, this is a really strong area, so that supply zone wouldn't mean shit, bro. So definitely would take this demand zone, that's for sure. Because I mean, we have nice level of liquidity, strong move up just before the zone, a perfect place to take a buy from, as you can see from this area, and also direct movement to the zone. All we need is a good reaction, which it gave perfectly. So just ends on the closer, 1 pip stop loss, 40, 34. Oh, shit. There you go. Something like that. And just a simple take profit at the high. Let me just go for 1 to 6. It's a bit more simple. Or let me see if I got better targets. Could go for this gap fill, just at the high. I mean, it's going to be a little bit more. So actually, I'm going to go for 1 to 10 and a take profit just at this high. So that will be 3, 5, 8% if this hits. Let me see. Wow, bro, I did not remember it was that good. I mean, I haven't back tested this. I just thought I'd make a video about, because a lot of you asked I'd make a back testing video because it does help you guys. So I thought I'd do one of my best months. I got really good months, but this is one of my best, and it is just insane. I mean, bro, even if you look at this, this is like, this is just 2 weeks. 2 weeks, you got 7.5%, 4.5%, 7.5%, and 8%. It cannot go crazier than that. I mean, all right, so we did have another setup right here, but this zone I would not be interested in, because I mean, you can even tell why for more experienced traders. I mean, you would have entered right here, stop loss right here. I mean, it already lost, but as you can see, some of you guys would call this as your liquidity, and then kind of this taking out your own high. This is a valid trade, but it's like a C minus trade. It's the worst probability setup you could possibly take. So this was okay. If it did something like this, strong push up, oh shit, strong push up, had this liquidity, took out its own high, and then shit, man, did like that, strong liquid, I don't know what the hell is going on with my drawing. Strong push up, come down, come take out the high, then do something like that. That would be a good setup. I mean, really good setup, since we are pretty high up, and we could, I mean, this is exactly what it did right here as well. As you can see, just copying the same structure, as you can see, like that, and then came I mean, would have been perfect, but that didn't happen, and I would not take this trade, just so you guys would be asking that. I mean, it's still won. I mean, it stopped you out, but a re-entry would have been fine. And I believe this was news anyway, so would not be considering that. All right, so I found a setup right here. Oh, my bad. Oh, wrong instrument. There you go. See the reaction. That's all I need. Now, in this situation, this is like, wait, let me put 30. Okay, I'm not gonna go 30 pips max stop loss because volatility right now is a bit massive. So I'm just gonna have just right over here to give it room if it wants to come back. Because as you can see, a 30 pips max stop loss is going to be a bit too tight. So that should be alright, to be fair. I mean, you could go 30 pips max stop loss, but that'll be a little bit too risky. Okay, so analyzing this trade, it is really good, to be honest. I mean, structure, okay, I mean, the trade structure is not the best, but looking at this, as you can see, we're basically making the exact same moves over here. Just small lows, small highs, and as you can see, wouldn't this be a perfect place to take a long? Because this is exactly what I did before. Now, I know we failed to take out this high, as you can see over here, and liquidity on this trade isn't the best, but looking at this structure would just be perfect to take a buy. And obviously we're still bullish, taking out all these highs, disrespecting all the supply zones. But for this trade, we don't have a lot of high risk to reward potential. I mean, we could go all the way over here. Actually, we could do that, to be honest. We could target this high right here. I'm not too sure if I would do this live, but this has potential, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I'm just going to go for 1 to 4, you know. I'm not gonna go for crazy. I mean, we already had like 50% before. I mean, this. So I'm gonna go for a simple 1 to 4 on this trade. Let me see how it works out. Well, it definitely did work out, that's for sure. Wow. And it hit perfectly. If it reverses from here, then I'm just lucky, to be honest, because I don't remember really. Alright, so we do have another setup right here, which is a 1 candle liquidity. Now, the reason this is a 1 candle liquidity and why it's valid is because we do have a fake out. It's a very small fake out, but trust me, supply and demand traders do trade this. So you had strong move up right here. This is this bearish candle, came over here. That's the zone. I'm just trying to make it in a bigger structure. Came over here, had a reaction, and then just came back to our zone right over here. So that's basically what it did, as you can see. And this is the fake out it had, this bullish candle right here. Okay, so this is considered a 1 candle liquidity, which is valid. Now, entry, this reaction is not the best because it came up really high and then started coming down. It could have also been a break of candle, but since we're just backtesting and I didn't know how this actually played live, so I'm just going to go on the close and stop loss just 1 pip below this to give it room if it wants to come back down, re-tap the zone. As you can see, this is another clean setup. We officially took out these highs, failed to take out this high, as you can see here, but this is the potential to take out that high. We failed to take out this high, but again, this is the potential to, okay, my iPhone storage got out, so I'll be recording without a face cam now, unfortunately. I'm gonna need to get a new phone, to be fair. I've had this phone for a while, so I unfortunately can't see my face, but at least you can see this trade winning. Hopefully, just go for a 1 to 4 on this trade. Actually, let me see if I got better targets. Yeah, I think I'll be right with the 1 2. Actually, let me see. I could go TP1 at this high, and then a TP2, maybe this liquidity. This is a strong area, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this is a really strong area, but let me see if this is a bit too crazy. It is a bit too crazy. You know, I'm just gonna go for a 1 to 7 at this high. I mean, we have so much clear space, so this could just move like crazy. So a 1 to 7 at this high and a TP1 just at this high. So that's gonna be a 1 to 4, 1 to 7. Let me do my calculations. 3.5 to, that's 5.5%. Fucking my bad guys. There was another setup here, and this is A plus. I mean, unfortunately I did miss this, because I was looking at this setup, but it is definitely a trade I would consider. As you can see, have a stop loss right here, 6.6. Let me just put it on replay mode, so then I can do the potential targets, whatever. All right, so TP targets for this, I'm gonna target this high, like finally, because I've been actually a 1 to 16 is a bit too crazy. I mean, this did win. I do remember this trade because I did take this live, I believe. And this here is just, but I'm not going to go for a 1 to 16, all right? I'm going to go for a 1 to 10 and without a TP1. Because that's what I would do realistically on the live markets as well. I mean, I could have a TP1 somewhere, but let's just look at let's just look at the movements. I would have a TP1 here if the momentum is not the best and we start consolidating and all that. So let me see. All right, no TP1 because this momentum is crazy. And take profit to hit as well, 10%. I mean, what I'm gonna put the percentage I made on the screen because I can't do the calculations myself at the moment. So I'll put the amounts right here, and you can just see how insane this month is. I'm gonna finish it real quick. I got 4 more days, but I don't believe there was any more setups. But don't click off the video yet because I want to tell you about my free Discord server. I mean, most of you are already in it, but if you are interested in this strategy and if you want to learn this strategy, then please join that. I will help you guys. I'll help you, all of you guys, answer your questions and all that as well. And I guess this will be the end